Let's start in the courts. Judgment has been reserved until Friday in Duduzane Zuma's application to have culpable homicide charges against him dropped. The former president's son rear-ended a taxi in 2014. Taxi passenger Phumzile Dube died in that crash. The state has wrapped up its case. SABC's Chriselda Lewis was there. She joins us in studio. Great to have you with us as always. So just give us an update. Where is the case right now?
Well, basically, Duduzane Zuma will know on Wednesday whether he's on Friday, I beg your pardon, Francis, whether his application to have the culpable homicide charges against him dropped. So this after, of course, the state had wrapped up its case and the defence brought this application saying that the state basically had no basis to ask that Duduzane Zuma be criminally charged for this crash. The defence basically saying that, Duduzane Zuma could not have anticipated that after he had hit a pool of water on that rainy day that his car was going to aquaplane and subsequently he'd lose control of the vehicle and then hit a taxi. So they're basically saying that, it was not his fault. He did not anticipate that was going to happen. And, he was not reckless and negligent on the day as, the state has tried to prove in this instance.
All right. And then his father, former President Jacob Zuma, arrived. You had a chance to speak with him. Let's just start with his comments very quickly, and then Chriselda can put them in context for us around this case.
Difficult to believe why such actions taken against him, but of course, as you listen, there was an accident and there was an inquest. Normally, when the inquest is made and everything is done, you believe everything is over. Some legal people did not see the need to charge, but some people saw the need to charge. So difficult to have a straightforward conclusion about that.
Is he suggesting at all that Duduzane Zuma was targeted?
That will be in the next clip that we listen to, Francis. In this particular clip, what he speaks about, he says it was an accident. So basically, according to the former President Jacob Zuma, from what he's heard inside the court, there's nothing to suggest that there's sufficient evidence to prosecute or to find Duduzane Zuma criminally liable for that accident in 2014. He also says that some felt that he should not be charged, and there are others that felt he should be charged. You remember, he's referring to the National Prosecuting Authority's initial decision not to prosecute Duduzane Zuma, and it was only when AfriForum had made the decision to pursue a private prosecution that the NPA had made an about turn, and hence this matter, this trial had gone before court. So according to the former president who had been in court for the first time, I asked him why he was not there yesterday because we had seen some of the security detail. He did indicate that he was not feeling well, but he needed to make his presence felt today because obviously whatever the outcome was, he somewhat had an idea that the defense team was going to push for an application to have these charges dropped. All
right, let's listen to what he had to say around those AfriForum proceedings specifically.
It's difficult to say that is not the case. It's difficult because, as I say, there was a process that was undertaken, which is a legal process, and it was concluded. Why then come back? And when you come back, there's no overwhelming evidence to say indeed there was negligent or whatever. So it's difficult to say there wasn't that kind of element.
Is that an interfering element?
When I asked the former president if he believes, remember, Francis, there had always been a notion since the very beginning that there were certain forces, according to quite some political parties as well, that said that this was nothing but a ploy to target the former president through his son. So when I asked him about that, he said, look, he simply can't answer that now, but he does question why the case against his son was resuscitated on the basis that the National Prosecuting Authority had decided not to prosecute in the matter, and that AfriForum, we know what their feelings are towards AfriForum at this stage. They feel that AfriForum has another agenda behind just getting to Duduzane to answer for the death of Phumzile Dube. So when I asked the former president, if he felt this was part of a ploy to target him, he said he can't answer, but he does question why the charges themselves were resuscitated, because according to him, and in his own words, he does say from what he heard inside the court, there clearly does not seem to be enough evidence that was put before the court to, I guess, successfully get Duduzane Zuma criminally liable for Phumzile Dube's death.
All right, thank you for bringing us that discussion. So we will know on Friday whether Duduzane Zuma is off the hook or whether there will be an ongoing case here that no doubt you will follow. Thank you very much, the SABC's Chriselda Lewis.